I wanted to show a quick tutorial today on how to spice up a blog post. I know many of you are posting blogs to your website, blog posts, and you may have a digital consultant or an internet marketer that's working for you telling you to post blog posts. So they may post them for you, or they may have you post them, or maybe you're handling your marketing yourself and you need to post posts on your WordPress blog. So I wanted to show you a quick way to spice your posts up a bit to give them a little more flair and design so that your potential patients, when they're reading them, will be able to be engaged and be more likely to read through. So here's an example of a post we had. Now this post is in raw form, and you can see here as we scroll down, it is just pasted into the back end of WordPress. Now if you've been in the back end of WordPress, you know that it looks something like this. Now this post, you can see great information inside the post, but we just need to organize it a little bit and make it more visually friendly. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to add headers and we're going to add bullet points. You can see here there are bullets, but the bullets are from Microsoft Word, and that doesn't translate very well to WordPress. So if we go in the back end of WordPress, it should look something like this. And if we click on to posts, and then find the post you're looking for. Hopefully this is in draft mode and it hasn't been posted yet. And then here is the post. Now you see up here you have a visual and a text editor. The text editor this is where you can just post directly from Word and it'll post OK. This is where you would put HTML. If you're not technically inclined, I would not worry about this at all. And really you want to look at the visual editor. So you can copy and paste in here, but again, it doesn't always translate exactly right from Microsoft Word or whatever text editor you're using. So we want to go through and we want to spice this up a bit. One thing we can do is add spaces between every paragraph. That makes it a little more visually appealing. You can add quotes, have your quotes maybe be italicized, Control I there, or you go up here to the editor and you would click on italic. It's right here. So up here you have your editor. You have bold, italic, bullet points, and just break up the content. You don't really want anything more than 3 sentences per paragraph. So you can see here, anywhere that we have a large block of text, we're going to edit down. Now, secondly, you see here we have bullet points, but those bullet points aren't from the editor in the back end of WordPress. So we're going to edit these. And then we're going to make them bullets through the editor. So you can see here, I'll highlight this. And then up here, you see the bullet points. You can do numbers, or you can do bullets. We're going to do bullets. So now we've broken up that content. And we've broken up the content here. And now we're going to add different headings. Let's take a look at what this looks like so far. I will save this as pending because we haven't published this yet, and then I'm going to preview this and take a look at how it looks different. So here's what it looks like now. You can see that the text is broken up a little bit better. There's still some areas we can put a space here, and then you can see the bullets. Now we're going to add headings, and we're going to actually add a couple more spaces in there. So there's a space there, and I thought I saw one other spot. There's a space that needs there, and that looks like it works. And now we're going to add a couple headings. So you go through and find some spots where you can break up the paragraphs. Now this is a sentence in an area about collaboration, so I'm going to add a heading that says collaboration is crucial. And then we're going to highlight this, go up here to where it says paragraph, and we're going to make this a heading 1. You want to do this in a hierarchical format, so actually the first heading up here is going to be a heading 1. We want anything in the middle to be a heading 2, so think of it like a waterfall. Your top one, typically you're only going to have one heading 1 in each blog post, and then you will have a heading 2, multiple heading 2s underneath that, and then underneath the heading 2s you may have a heading 3s, and it'll be basic hierarchical bullet point format. So here is the heading 2. Collaboration is crucial. And then we'll do not everyone can be a manager here. Not everyone can be a manager. And then we're going to make that a heading 2 as well. And then we are going to save this. And we're going to preview what this looks like now. And I'm actually holding, to open this up, I'm either right-clicking, open a new tab, or I'm holding Control and then clicking on it, and it'll open up the page in a new tab, because I don't like to move. I don't want to close this tab out, and I want to just open up a new tab so I can go back to that. So you can see here, and there is the heading, collaboration is crucial. Not everyone can be a manager. And you can see how the content is being broken up very easily with the bullets, the spaces, and the headings. You can go through and do this as much as you want, but you want short bits of information, because people on the internet nowadays are very impatient and don't want to read much in a row. They need it broken up to keep their attention. So hopefully this will help you very simply spice up your blog posts and give them a little bit of visual appeal for when your patients come online and read what you have to say. This is Jake Poole with Digital Dental Magazine. Thank you.